Hello my dudes and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Constellation and the different media sources you can use within Streamlabs OBS to make your stream look jazzy and fun and interesting. Be sure to check out my other how-to videos and make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new. Right, so let's get straight into the video. Right guys, let's go straight into it. So to start off with, I am just going to increase my camera so that you can see me a little bit better. Don't want to make it too large to take everything over. Right, so the first thing that I would do is to start with a theme that might already be done for you so that you can build around that instead of having to build it from scratch. So first thing I would do is go straight to themes. From there, type in free in the search bar because it'll give you every single one for free. If you are a Prime member, then you will get them all, no matter if they're free or not, but I think it is like $15.99 a month. So you just click on one. So this guy's will be looking a little bit like this. It's got a camera on the right hand side, and all you'd want to do is to download install overlay over here, and then it'll bring you straight into what his overlay looks like this. But I did that a long time ago, so this is why they're this colours, but it works very well with the theme of my stream backgrounds and my thumbnails, so I'll stick with this one. So first, the constellations. So starting with the constellation, I have my main screen, which you can see right now. I have my camera, which is usually in the camera box here. I have a membership code at the top, my creator code at the top as well, and this little fancy joypad, which I'll show you later on, which is really cool. And then my sponsor at the minute, which is Hot Tubs. Want a hot tub, let me know. Apart from that, I have my top donators, who last donated, and recent followers, and so on there. So in the constellations, I have different things set up. So my start streaming soon, which obviously doesn't show any of my gameplay and my camera. It just has a chat box for people who are waiting for the stream to start. So if I ever want to start a break, I've got my be right back screen. So that's quite a nice thing to have. So if you come back and you realise that your recent followers has changed, then look at your chat. If someone's donated, look at your chat. You know, thank them in the chat. That'd be great. I have my just camera. So this is more my wider lens kind of view, and then I have my face view, which is a little bit further in for expressions. And then I have my display. So the display we use for my gaming chat channel, which is quite cool. So I can put different cameras in there with their names underneath, so that we can have a good chat between us, and everyone can see everybody else and see what's going on. Put names to faces. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So we'll just go back to the main. So when you download your overlay, you'll have a few things that look like this, which look a little bit confusing. All I will say is whatever you want on top, keep at the top of this. So if I was to have the hot tub, for instance, going down until it goes under my game capture, because that's what's on the screen right now. So if I turn my game capture off, the lazy tool will come back on. It's because it's behind everything else. So whatever you want to be showing on top of your game, then I would have that right at the top of the sources so that it's seen. So we'll have a little breakdown of what I think is needed on your stream. So display capture, I would have right at the top just to take over everything else. Now, as soon as you want to show something on your screen, it takes over everything else, so all they're seeing is your main screen. So I would definitely have that at the top. And then that's it. When you want to turn it on and off, there is a little eyeball looking thing right here. So as soon as we click that, it turns it off, brings me straight back to what I originally had. You know, click it back on, and obviously you see that now, and then you can just lock it. So yeah, I've recently just had a sponsor from LJ Lazy Tubs here in Hull. Go check them out. Use code mesgames for 10% off. So I've just got to have the creator code as well from Epic Games, so I have that shown at all times. I have my pad, which I will quickly show you as well, because if you go to Google or put on your search engine gamepad viewer, you can download the URL, pop that onto your channel, and then you can have everyone see what you're pressing when you're using your controller. If I move my buttons like this, you'll be able to see the little analog sticks. the other buttons working, so when you're on a game, people can see what you're doing. I have my channel name at the bottom with all my recent subs and recent donators. My webcam, which obviously is well needed. If you don't want to be on cam, that's fine. However, I just think it's better interaction with the viewer. And then the most important thing is your game capture. Now, some certain games might need a different game capture, but if you have the original game capture from the media sources, then that should be sufficient. But if you find that your game's not moving over and it's not being seen by the viewer, then you need to install a separate game capture, and it'll come up with the game that you're actually playing when we install it. How to install something new. So it's this little plus button here. So when you press the plus button, you'll have the standard stuff come up and also the widgets. So again, if you were starting from scratch, you could use this and just work your way up, build around nothing. But like I said, I would download something that was originally there for free, and it'll just give you a good structure on your overlays. So you can add all sorts of things, but usually the most thing you'll probably use is your media source. So again, it tells you what you can have as your media sources. So you can have as many of these as you possibly want. Obviously, anything that you put on is going to rake a little bit more GPU power from your PC. So I wouldn't put too much, but depending on what your computer can manage, then it's entirely up to you. So to add something new, you just add source. So it's going to come up with the original things that you've already got. So what you want to do is head on and press add a new source instead. Now you can call it whatever you want. So we're just going to call this test. Test. Well, call it test. Add source. So you can have anything from the internet as well, or you can browse your own file if you want to save it to your pictures in your computer. So we're just going to press browse. Let's add my intro. So if we have this on a loop, then if it is something like a GIF or a video that you want to have constantly put on, press the loop button, it'll constantly replay it back. So I know, which I'll show you in a minute with my like. It's got like a little thumbs up that keeps coming up. So we'll add this. We'll keep the speed normal, but you can obviously reduce the speed of it so that it's not moving as fast if it's a moving thing. So you can slow the GIFs down or the videos down, or again, you can increase them. So we'll pop that on. So we'll need to find where it's gone. So test. So right here, when you highlight it and it's unlocked, you can move how big it actually is. So we'll reduce this right down. And then we're just going to move it simply by dragging it. We're going to have this here. And as soon as you press the lock button again, all the green lines are going to come off. So now I've constantly got my intro video here, or my outro video constantly going. And then, like I say, if you don't want to see it, bang, it's gone. Simple as that. But for the video at the minute, we're just going to keep this on. So like I said earlier about the GIFs, so I've got two GIFs here, so we're just going to unlock that, open it up, and I'll just show you what I mean by having the thumbs come up all the time. So as you can see, its thumb is going up and down. So it's just a simple GIF, so you can use any GIF you want. Just download it from the internet, it takes seconds. If you want a subscription GIF as well, unlock, we'll pop it here. A nice bell, subscribe. So if you are trying to get more views, more likes, more subscribers, it's a great way to interact. Without having to ask the viewer to subscribe and like to your channel, you can just have little hints there, which is quite nice. But I don't want to see these anymore, so we're going to get rid of them. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to show you how to remove them as well. So all you're going to do from this point is just press the remove. Do you want to remove it? Yes. And it's gone. That's it. Completely done. So I'm just going to move my camera back now to where it was. And the last thing I want to show you about sources is your membership goals. So the problem we've got is using Streamlabs OBS. Sometimes it's not the best at keeping up to speed with your subscribers or your membership announcements. So sometimes you'll have to change it yourself. What I would do from there, unlock, go into the open the source properties. So from here you can end goals, start goals. So we're just going to end this goal, and what you do is you can start from here. So make your title whatever you want. So member, if I can spell, membership goal, and I know mine was 10 for this month. so we'll leave it at 10, and I don't know where it's got 12 from, but we're actually on 11, so we're going to go for 11 now. And then set your date. It's in American, so it's not the English way, so we usually put in England our day first, then the month, then the year, but the Americans do the month first, then the date, and then the year, which is quite confusing, especially if you're a Brit. So we'll do it for the end of the month, start the goal, and done. Right, so that's basically the constellation and the sources sorted. The next one is your mixer, which I have to admit, I find this the hardest section, because sometimes there are so many different microphones that you can use, so many different speakers that you can use on your PC. Like if I go to microphone, I've got my microphone on my headset, I've got my microphone on my screen, I've got my microphone for my camera, my microphone that I use all the time, that is my actual microphone. And then it's the same as your speakers. I've got two monitors, so I've got two sets of speakers on my monitors. You know, I've got speakers set up for just audio without my headset on, then I've got my headset audio, my game audio. It can get very confusing. So the best thing to do for me is just go to this section, which is a little cog section here, to open advanced studio settings, and then it'll just bring down everything that you've got at the minute set up on your media sources, on your Constellation. So basically I always go to speakers, Realtek, our audio for what you guys hear from a game, but that's what you'll hear from the game. So that includes in-game chat, you know, the actual noise from the game itself, and then you can still hear my audio with the one below, which I have a blue snowball. So that means that you'll hear everything that's going on, everything I can hear, everything that everybody else can hear. You know, that makes everybody else able to hear that. So what you want for your speakers, you want monitor and output. When I have my microphone, I will have monitor off. That means that if you have them both on at the same time, there'll be an echo that you can hear either from me or an echo you can hear from the game. So the viewers obviously aren't going to like that. So I would put what you guys can hear from your speakers, Realtek, monitor and output, and then I would have what you can hear from me on monitor off. Basically, that is all I will say. Like the rest of them, you don't have audio on, so I would just have monitor off on all them, or monitor output. It doesn't really matter, because you could just literally put the volume to 0, but you haven't got an audio to them anyway, so you wouldn't be able to hear it. So what I said about volume levels is, as you can see, my microphone blue snowball is currently in the green, going over a little bit towards the yellow when I'm speaking a little bit louder. If it ever goes to red, it's when you like, oh. So if it's in the red, just put it down a little bit. So if you just do that, all you have to do is just either drag that down like here, and then I'll go a little bit quieter, I'll go really quiet. When you get to different games, or if you are displaying your screen, say if you're watching a trailer, when you show your viewers a trailer, sometimes the trailer is designed to be a lot louder. So you can always just drag that down a little bit so that your viewers aren't going to be deafened by the volume. If you have any problems with your mixers, with your audio, just try it. Just test things out. Get someone to be on the opposite side of your video. Just checking out, seeing if it is too loud, or if you are getting an echo, and try and solve it from there. But with them settings right there, you should be fine. So guys, that is basically it for the video. I'm going to do a little bit on the more of the YouTube settings, how to kind of sort out your YouTube channel. Obviously mine will look a little bit different if you're just starting out and you've not got the monetizations just yet. Mine will be slightly different, but we'll go into it from the next video. So guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. So bye for now.
If you wanna go, then I'll be so willing. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down.